Hi everyone.
Hi everyone. In the previous video, we implemented block-to-block communication between permission qubit and location qubit, and finally, we are able to retrieve the user's position information. In this video, we will start with testing what we did in the previous video, and then implement another block-to-block communication between location qubit and AppLifeCycleCubit. So let's begin by doing the testing. So let's jump into the map page and use the block location qubit that we created here. As opposed to what we did for permission qubit and AppLifeCycleCubit, this time we will provide our qubit on top of map page instead of providing it on top of material app. This means that whenever the map page is disposed, the corresponding qubit that is provided here is going to be disposed as well. And remember that in permission qubit and AppLifeCycleCubit, we annotated the qubit with lazy singleton, and we annotated our location qubit with injectable. This means that whenever we instantiate our permission qubit with getIt, we are going to always reach the same object instance. But since we annotated location qubit with injectable, whenever we access location qubit instance, it's going to be a new instance each time. Normally, I could just use lazy singleton here as well, but I wanted to show this annotation to you as well, so that you can use it in your own project. So let's jump into the map page and integrate LocationCubit to the UI. Let's wrap scaffold with a block provider
Erkan, can you
and
quickly
instantiate.
close your debug
Yeah,
console, please?
yeah, no problem. Location qubit. Let's import in dependency injection. Okay, here we create location qubit instance and provide it to the widget tree below map page. And here, under the request location permission button, we can print the latitude and longitude of the user's location. Oops, we are not going to use the button here. I think using a test widget for testing this functionality is okay. I just put a size box of height 20 for some spacing. And here we are going to have some latitude and longitude. In order to use the actual values, we are going to wrap this text widget with block selector. Since we provided our location qubit on top of this in this widget tree, we can use block selector. And we are going to use user location field. We are going to select the user location field and use its value over here. User location dot latitude. Oh, it's not a constant value anymore. This is why it's showing an error. And finally, we will put it here. Let me fix my typos. Okay. I guess now we are ready to test. Let's run the code generation and run our simulator. Test what we did. I guess we forgot to run code generation in the previous video. This is why we start with running build runner at first. After the code generation is done, I will run the simulator. Okay, let's launch the simulator and see what we did. I tested it before I'm showing it to you. Let me close my previous output. Oops. We will wait until running the Xcode build. At the same time, I can explain you what to do next. For privacy purposes, we don't want to watch the user's device location when the app is not in the foreground. Therefore, whenever the user pauses the app and go to the app settings or uses just takes the app to the background and open another app, we will stop watching the user's location. And whenever the user is back to the app, and whenever the user takes the app to the foreground back again, we are going to open the user's location subscription if the user's permission and location services are still enabled. Okay, the app is opened now. As you see, latitude and longitude are 0. This is our default value, as if you remember from our previous videos. Now we are going to request a location permission, and when both of them are enabled, we will be able to get latitude and longitude values from our device. I press this button and I grant the permission, and instantly we are able to get latitude and longitude data from our device. Okay, this is we see that our system is working. Now let's jump into the other block-to-block communication part. I'm stopping the simulator for now. Oh, we are at the wrong qubit. Let's jump into the LocationCubit. In order to follow the user is in the background or the foreground, we are going to utilize AppLifeCycleCubit. So let's create an instance of AppLifeCycleCubit over here.
Erkan, again, can you close the debug console?
Yeah. Okay. Getit is going to create this instance for us. It's going to locate the AppLifeCycleCubit singleton for us, and we are able to use it. As we did to our permission qubit, let's open a subscription to our permission AppLifeCycle state and take action depending on the state changes. AppLifeCycleCubit.stream.start with AppLifeCycleCubit point state pairwise in order to listen to our state changes as pairs. I'm using a very similar pattern that I used over here. So I'm just gonna copy and paste these. Okay. So what actions are we going to take if previous state that is resumed is not equal to current state is resumed? So is resumed state of the device application is changed, and currently the app is resumed. So this means that the application was not in the foreground, but now the user opened the app back again. In this case, what we need to do is to start the position stream back again. Only if we have the necessary permissions. So we need to put these checks also. Okay, why is this showing an error? Oh, doesn't put the underscores. Let's make this check. We can use permission qubit states here, I guess. Final is location permission granted and services enabled field. This is what we need to check. And this is equal to permission qubit that state that is location permission granted and services enabled. So if we satisfy this condition and the permission state is also satisfied, then we are going to cancel if any subscription is already opened and start a new stream subscription. Okay. What about the other case? The other case is that we need to close the subscription if the user goes from foreground to the background. Okay, we will use the opposite condition here. I'm just copying this and pasting it over here. If the previous is resumed state is not equal to current is resumed state and current is not resumed, then in this case, we are going to cancel our subscription. And that's all we need to do. Finally, as we did for the permission state subscription, we should assign our stream subscription to a variable and close it when our qubit is closed. So let me copy paste this and change the naming. This in this time is going to be application lifecycle state and app lifecycle state pairs subscription. And here we are going to assign it to the stream. And finally, here we are going to close this, cancel this subscription. Okay, I guess that's all we need to do. We saw that we are able to get the user's location successfully. So our code is working now. And for privacy purposes, when the user goes to the foreground, background like this, we are copying the subscription. And when the user opens app back again, we are reopening our location subscription and start listening to the user's location back again. So that's all for this video. In the next video, we are going to talk about the how to implement opening app settings and opening location settings methods for improving user experience for location permission handling. So that's all for this video.
Yeah, don't
See you soon.
forget to subscribe and like this video. Take care.
Yeah, don't forget it. Take care. Bye.